You want everybody's room to look perfect. You want everybody to be like, you know what I mean? You want everybody to be amazed because that's your work. Well, when I was away, I watched people do a lot of stuff. So, because I'm real crafty, so I think that it's cool. I just pay attention. There was an old timer in there. She called me nosy. She said, "You're real nosy, Vanessa." And I said, "Okay, and I said, "I can make that." Because I've been watching her for a minute. She said, "You think you can make it?" I said, "I know I can." So I went in my room and I got the stuff and I make the rose. And she's like, "Oh my goodness, I ain't never seen nobody do that." And it's been like that with a lot of stuff that I've learned how to make. This tissue here is too thick. So I have to spread it apart because the tissue in the joint is thin. This is nice and thick. So you get 7 squares and you fold it in half. So we're gonna set this to the side, knowing this is gonna be the stem. What color would you guys like? Pick one. To give the rose color, I would grab a paintbrush and dab it with eyeshadow. I always go to arts and crafts classes, so I'd be like, can I get a brush? And they'd be like, go ahead, just one. So you have to get the makeup from commissary. If you don't have money in prison, you are not in good condition. They have so much stuff on commissary. You can order everything, but like I said, if you don't have money, it's too hard. And if you don't know people, that's the worst thing. It's worse for you. Thank God I had money. So I didn't have to really hustle, but I'm crafty. I like to do stuff. It passes time. This rose right here, this one rose, I would sell for $10. This one rose. If I messed with you, you was my friend, I'd probably give it to you for like 30. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of people that would buy stuff for me. So they'd be my regulars. If they wanted something, I didn't have tissue, I'd be like, well, let's trade. I'll give you 3 flowers. You give me a roll of tissue. Oh, yep. Or some people knew I did roses and they would just be like, hey, Ness, how are you on tissue? And if I was low, I'd be like, I'm low. And they'd be like, come over to my room. And they would give me a roll of tissue. These are more like for Valentine's Day, birthdays, I love you days, anniversary days. People would buy them for their girlfriends, but if they get caught with them, they have to get rid of them because it's contraband. And we messed up the tissue. And then they'll act like they ain't gonna give you tissue because every 2 weeks you get tissue. And there'll be some people that in their room they'd have tissue stacked up because they didn't use it. You know what I mean? So they would be okay with giving me a roll of tissue. You just got to keep doing the edges. Like I've done so much different stuff because people like different. When something different comes up, they like that and they like to send it home. I send a whole room, decorations of a whole room with strings on it ready to get hung up for my daughter for her 17th birthday. Yeah. I sent it to my mom before she could put it in my daughter's room. It was super cute. I'm the only one that made roses this way. Everybody has their own different style. Like seeing how this rose, it's like pinkish.
Yeah.
And you can see pink everywhere. They would just barely put it on the tip of it like this. I think it looks real.
Yeah, right?
They look real like this. I enjoy doing crafts, arts and crafts, because it passes time and I'm not in the bullshit in the joint.
Yeah.
Because women are messy. Especially if you hustle and you try to make money, then they always try to put you in the mess. Like I've done the arts and crafts, I've done the art class, I've done the beading class, I've done every single class they had, I'm doing it because I want to be out of the unit. Okay, now this last one right here, This is going to be the center of the rose. So we're going to kind of put more purple everywhere. Okay, so we're going to need one more piece of tissue. It's going to be a leaf. You just do the tips, 2 tips, make them green. And then with the tip of it, you go in with a dark color and you try to make a line. Okay, and then these ones you just pull off, like real lightly. That's a leaf, and that's a leaf. Okay, now the 7 of these, you're gonna fold them in half, and then you're gonna start twisting. Twist it up. This is the stem. And then you'll have some water on the side, and then you'll wet the top of it. And then the one that you made color, you're gonna set kind of on the tip on the side, make it in the middle, and then you're gonna put both sides down, all 4 sides down, like this. Get your fingers wet, and you're gonna twist it. Then you're gonna grab a leaf, and you're gonna put the rose right in the center of the leaf, and you're gonna twist it over like this, and roll the bottom. And then you're gonna wet it again, and you're gonna roll it down with your finger. Then you're gonna get another leaf, and you're gonna set it next to it. Same thing, but you're gonna make sure it goes just a tad bit higher, like this. Same thing, you're gonna wet your fingers, and you're gonna roll it up. Then you just get another one, and then you set it on the opposite side where it's open, and you just roll it. And stand these up, and then you roll them. You roll them all down. Okay, so right now, this is kind of flimsy. So I would go and put a piece of tape. A lot of people don't got tape, but I would always have it. Tape was really hard to get. You can't order tape because you ain't supposed to decorate nothing. I would put a piece of tape on the top of it to make it harder, to make it solid. I've made them just to send home. When I got out of prison, my sister was like, oh yes, you can't make no rose out of tissue. So she has a rose in her cabinet that I had to make just to prove to her. So I'm gonna put this on the side right here. I'm gonna wet it in to the paper, and then I'm gonna wrap it with this green. It really will look like a leaf. It really looks like a rose when it's done. So I will have green paper, and I'd be wrapping it all the way down and make sure it's hard and solid for it could be straight up. And there's your rose.
Like it was just blossomed.
Yeah, there's 2 of them. Well, after I would make a rose, if somebody had an order, I would tell them I'm done, and they'd be like, oh, you are? All right, well, I'll come see you. So they would bring my stuff to me, and we would exchange. Like I say, I want some laundry soap and some conditioner or something. You know what I mean? This is what I want. And I'd give them whatever they needed, and I'd get what I wanted. There's been a lot of people that would just stand there and just watch and just watch and watch. And I'd be like, what's up? I just want to watch. I'd be like, all right. Are you watching to learn, or are you watching just to be nosy? Because if you're watching to learn, I'll teach you. Because I'm willing to teach anybody anything. And I'm like, gee, let everybody make money. Like, I've seen a lot of people do a lot of nice stuff, you know? I don't understand why their art isn't out there like it should be. And it's amazing to me how tissue can make something so beautiful and loving and be there, and it's going to last forever. You know what I mean? It's not ever going to fade away. It's going to be right there. That's what amazes me about this all.